You're not as good as Parky.
No.
You're the new Parky.
That's really different.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, the new Beatles or the new Bowie. They're never as good.
So you're like the new Marty Feldman?
Yeah.
No, you know who you are, because Marty Feldman...
Reg Varney. I'm the new Reg Varney.
That's been noted, presumably, is it? That people think you look a bit like Reg.
Or Jack Smethurst from Love Thy Neighbour.
I think you're the new Derek Nimmo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'd play a very good vicar.
Yeah.
I miss Derek Nimmo. Is he still alive, do you know?
I think so.
No, I don't think he is. I think he sadly went away.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't, you know, I think he's been taken from us.
Well, that's very sad. That's a bit of a...
I so wish I hadn't started on that.
a downer on the situation, isn't it?
I genuinely am feeling sad now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. It's going to come to all of us, of course.
What, death?
Have you got your plans in
I think it's almost inevitable.
How old are you now, Ricky?
I'm 41.
41 years old.
Oh, you only said that because it was last week.
You just turned 41, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you have a happy birthday?
Yes, thank you.
What did you do for it?
What did I do? I was sort of... I had a few drinks, but I was sort of working on postponing the big party.
Were we getting
to the 50th. Yeah.
41's not so bad, though.
No, it's all right. 41, though. It's not even 40. 41. Yeah. Well, you're nearly 50, aren't you? Yeah.
It does just happen. Well, hang around. Meet David Bowie later on. He'll give us some tips on ageing gracefully.
I know. Well, he's very depressed. When was he born? 47?
I think he's 55 years old now.
And he looks younger than us.
Well,
See, that's depressing. That's bad to see someone, you know, nearly 15 years old looking younger.
Do you think he's had any work done?
You saw in his house, lean to.
No.
It keeps you young, doesn't it? Building.
I was studying him when I did the recording last week, and I was thinking, have you any nips and tucks? I couldn't see any evidence.
Why don't you ask him?
I'm going to ask him this morning.
Oh, God.
Why would
don't
you go that
ask
for?
him
That's a question people want to know. Why not? It's perfectly okay to ask him that.
Why don't you ask him before he comes on if he minds you asking him?
Because then, what's the fun in that?
Right. Don't ask him if he's had any nips and tucks.
Hold on a second.
Don't ask him if he used to...
Who's been doing talk shows for 15 years?
Don't ask him if he used to snog men. Don't ask him...
Yeah, well, he apparently did. And apparently quite liked it.
And don't say I do an impression of him.
You go... Yeah. Please, do your little impression.
Oh, dear.
Do you want to slip it in later for us?
Now then. Carry on, Ross.
Let's have a little bit. Can we have a little... Because you phoned me after the recording I did with David Bowie on that.
And I was terrified you were going to play that. I thought, as soon as I left the message, I thought he'd play that out.
He phoned me up and he did a very good impersonation of David Bowie, chiding me for the interview and the poor quality in some of the questions.
I just went...
And initially I thought, oh, my God, my heart sank. I thought it was David Bowie.
Hey, really?
Yeah, and then I thought, of course it isn't.
Hello, Jonathan, it's David here. Listen, I'm coming in tomorrow, but two things. Don't talk about my sexuality and don't bring up Ziggy.
You see, it could be here, couldn't he? But that's because you've got similar teeth formation to him.
He's changed his now.
Yeah. Are you going to change yours?
Oh,
oh dear.
Now, was that a joke, or was it your impediment kicking in?
That isn't one of my impediments. You're mixing him up again with Gareth. Which happens all the time these days. I've got to stop putting that gel in my hair.
Yeah.
All the time. People say,
he's knocked Will into the number 2 slot again, hasn't he?
I think Will needs to have some sort of reconstructive surgery around his lower face and jaw area.
Aren't you nasty? What about Rick Waller? What do you think of him?
He could be used for parts, but that's it. Essentially, he's unsalvageable. If you were running a kind of, if you were running the plastic surgery equivalent of a scrapyard, and someone wheeled Rick Waller in a very large wheelbarrow, you'd say, I'll give you 20...
Or a wheelchair.
20 quid for parts, but I'm sorry, no one's going to want that.
Exactly, yeah. He's not expensive per pound.
But I have the bloke with a big chin because Desperate Dan's looking around.
Do you know when you sort of slag everyone off?
I do not.
And then they're coming in next week to plug a record. What happens? Were they listening the week before?
You see, you're misinterpreting what happens here.
Cliff's never going to come on the show again, is he?
Touch wood.
Not that he did the first time.
Ricky.
Go on.
The new series of The Office, I suspect, for people who discovered the first series and liked it, because it got a large audience for a BBC Two show, didn't it?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm tired of that.
No.
People going, 19% share, though. It's a triumph.
No, but
Get me on ITV.
You don't want to be on ITV.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
But The Office, I would have thought Office 2, for those who discovered it and liked it, is already one of the most eagerly anticipated comedy series. I think that's the thing that everyone's looking forward to, really, genuinely.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Are you going to deliver the goods, or
no.
is it like the...
No, I wrote this one in a weekend. I got lots of voiceover work. You need to put the effort in now.
Doing a lot of corporates.
Exactly, yeah. Not as many as you.
But I've more or less...
What do you get now? You would get about 20, 30 grand, don't you?
So, The Office 2...
Less than Angus Deaton, though. I bet you're gutted, aren't you?
I should imagine Angus Deaton's rates have soared, haven't they? Because now he does the show and then they put a camera in the room upstairs at the hotel afterwards. They all sit around. They've sold the rights to Peruvian TV.
Oh, dear.
Bless him.
I don't want to be part of this. It was nice to see Salmon out, though, wasn't it?
It was nice to see Salmon Rushdie getting out and getting down with the kids.
He's out too much now. I reckon his house a pigsty. I think he should get back there. He's out all the time, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's okay because he's got the Secret Service cleaned up at home.
Has he?
A couple of them are quite domesticated. I saw him out one night with 2 Secret Servicemen. One of them had forgotten to take his pinny off. He still had his marigolds on.
He's in the Masons then.
What sort of message? So when is The Office coming back, though? When is the second series going to be aired?
September, October.
Right. And you finished it now?
Where's David?
He's not going to be in till 12. Is that the only reason you come on this?
No, not of course not. I've come on to see you.
Okay, let's just point this out.
No, I met David.
Ricky wasn't booked to do the show, and then miraculously he became available this morning when he knew David Bowie was going.
No, that's not true. I met him on the night. When was it? Thursday
night.
And I was talking to Greg Dyke. And Alan Yentob came up and went, Greg, we've got to go, we've got to meet David, right? And Greg Dyke went, oh, you can come, you're a big fan. I went, no. We went down there, me, Greg Dyke, Alan Yentob, Jane, a couple of other people, and Salman Rushdie, and I thought, this is normal. I was just thinking, my mates going, what did you do last night? I stayed in and watched Big Brother. That Jade's annoying, isn't she? No, what'd you do, really? Wow, there was me, Salman Rushdie, Greg, and I went in there and David Bowie was eating, and I went, oh, God.
You kind of don't want to see David eating, do you?
God, no, it's just, I just felt bad for interrupting the poor chap. Yeah. He just had to sit through an hour of your drivel, going, where did you put it? Have you snogged Mick Jagger? And then he gets me and Salman Rushdie wandering in, going, me going, you can eat that sausage.
Did you steal any food off his plate?
No.
You should have done.
No,
a sausage from Bowie would go for like £2 on eBay.
Thanks for coming, thanks, cheers. Where's my watch?
Yeah. I went in just after you.
That Jibbo from Reading.
I went in just after you. Went, who was that lot?
Did he? Like Kenneth Williams, did he? This is what started me doing the impression. The first time I came in here, you were doing one that sounded like Bruce Forsyth. Oh, look, it's David Bowie. So much better than last week, isn't it? do your David Bowie. Okay. Oh, no, come on, Anthea.
Give us a 12. Let's have a look at the scores on the doors. Good game.
Play Letter to Hermione. Shouldn't I be plugging something?
Yeah,
I've got nothing to plug.
Have you got...
Well, yeah, The Office is coming out in 5 months.
Well, there you go. Well, that probably, I should imagine it'll need all the help it gets, second series.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Because clearly...
It's all downhill for me, isn't it?
Clearly it's gone to your head, all these awards.
Yeah, it has,
Every time I've seen you, you've been out picking up another award for something.
Yeah.
And you know what, may I say something, Ricky? Smacks of desperation, the fact that you'll turn up for every single one.
Well, I only turn up for the ones I'm in. At least I don't just turn up for things I'm not invited to.
I've seen a couple where you've turned up there and they just made up an award. They said, oh, Ricky's here as well, better give him something. I saw once.
Child of Bravery Award.
They gave you, it was a styrofoam cup stuck on a CD they gave you. Here you go, for new contribution to David Brent-based comedy award goes to Ricky Gervais. And he came up without any shame, with that...
Same speech.
Over-tall freak you work with, and the bloke who pretends to be in a wheelchair just for sympathy, and you came up and you got the award.
Goes down the DHSS, with a tartan blanket on his legs.
You should do what
claiming for football boots and hockey sticks.
We've got a quota to fill at the BBC, but get someone genuine on board.
Yeah.
Don't get one of your mates.
Hey, let's not go here.
Okay, let's not.
Let's be careful.
Shall we play the song you'd like to play?
Letter to Hermione.
Play this.
Greatest love song ever written.
This is from David Bowie's... it's not... is that his first album? I suppose his first album was David Bowie, isn't it?
It's the one. It's the one most people want to count.
Okay,
I think.
And this was written, I believe, about or for the woman that he was in a mime group called The Feathers with. Previous to that, Hermione. Was her name Hermione? Was it Farthingale or something like that? Or
I don't know. You're good.
Something like that. Yeah, well,
And he's not reading it, ladies and gentlemen. Genuinely, he's not reading
and this was... and I believe they had a relationship which her parents disapproved of, apparently, because...
Really?
Let's face it, you bring David Bowie home back then, he's got a perm down to his waist and he's thin as a rake.
Wasn't he on one of those shows before he was famous about having long hair? And there's a famous clip, where he's there, and it's sort of like, from the 60s, and it's about having long hair, and he goes, yeah, and it's a bit annoying because people sort of shout at you, Nancy boy, and that.
Oh, yes, I know the clip you mean, it was like a documentary about it.
They shout that at you, don't they?
This was... yeah, but not for that reason.
Nancy boy.
Here we go.
Nancy boy.
You don't hear Nancy boy, the phrase Nancy boy, so...
That would have been you could have gone into a placebo then, couldn't you? This would have been a slick...
If ever there is someone who sums up the phrase Nancy boy, it's that fella Alex in the Big Brother house right now.
I know. I'll get Jade out.
Don't go on about Big Brother now.
Oh.
We've got the original Big Brother on the show later on, eh? What about that, fella?
Nice one.
How about that?
Off Diamond Dogs.
OK, here we go. This is Letter to Hermione from Space Oddity. Spanish Stroll, Minterville. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But the next track you got lined up, no.
Yeah,
great.
Go on, play it. It's really good, honestly.
No, guys, let's play some Suicide.
No, it is good. This is a good... You'll like this.
What, Johnny Cash? I do like Johnny Cash.
It makes sense.
Look, it's not a Johnny Cash sort of day. That's all I'm saying.
It's not a suicide day either.
It is.
We played suicide before, it's rubbish.
I'm just staring it up.
Oh, well, you know, you can go.
I'm like Adele in the Big Brother household.
There's a lot of people.
I want to be friends with both of you.
The Big Brother house the Big Brother's like football, insofar as the people who are into it in a manic way, but the people who aren't couldn't care less, and that's why we shouldn't really dwell on it. Because, you know, it's a vocal minority.
You put me in my place.
Yeah, you know, you go.
I probably won't speak again.
You should get out and get some real friends.
Yeah.
Hang out with people, not just watch them on TV. It's true.
Yeah, well, you'll be sorry. What if Bowie doesn't turn up?
You're living
then you'll say, Ricky, can you do another half hour?
Come on and talk about Big Brother.
Where's Baddiel? Why am I before Baddiel? I take this personally.
Because you're star guest.
I'm like a competition-winning band that just gets to do 3 numbers.
We invited you on today because we knew you wanted to meet David. That's why you're here.
Right, okay.
Like you won the competition.
He's not coming in till 12. I've got things to do. I've got a nap.
If he's been...
I've got to have a nap. I don't usually get up at 9:30.
But that's because you are on stage tonight as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm just doing a little warm-up for my show next week.
So you've got a comedy show starting. Are you going to take them around the country, or is it just for London?
No. I don't know why I'm doing it, really.
But you're doing how long here in London?
It's just a 2-week run at the Soho Theatre.
Right. And is it stand-up or performance or character?
Sort of, yeah, stand-up.
But all of your stuff is sort of character comedy, even when you're sort of being yourself, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I like people to know that when I say something cruel, that it's a character.
We have a similar approach.
Like you don't mean any of the things you say, do you?
I like
the real Jonathan is a sweet, demure man.
That is actually true.
Yeah, I know, of course it is, yeah. And I think people know that, though. I think people
I hope
that.
so.
Oh, you have to keep saying, this is irony, or... You know, put a cap on every time you say something.
Occasionally I say something I mean. But you, and you're doing how long on stage? How long does this show last?
About an hour.
That's quite a time to be alone on stage, I would have thought.
Yeah.
And you expect the audience to stay for how long, how much of that?
20 minutes.
About 20 minutes, and then...
Or they can wander off and come back in, because I've put good bits, every 20 minutes. Yeah. There's a good joke every 20 minutes, so...
Do you still do that mime section in the middle?
I do. The first 40 minutes is mine. And then I do comedy songs.
I would love to
the
see...
end, so it's great. And then I do the difference between men and women, and I've got some great stuff about getting the munchies when you're stoned. So it's going to be a great night. I do impressions.
It's observational humour.
Yeah. It's great. It's lovely.
I would love to see you just go out and do, like, not just 2 minutes of mime, but like 20 minutes of mime. Test the audience's expectations there. See how long they'll stick with it. Come out and quite seriously and do... And not rubbish mime, not joke mime. Proper, serious, European mime.
Okay.
Okay, tonight...
He did a bit of mime.
Yeah, but he put it all behind him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He put it in a little invisible box and locked it.
Yeah.
And now he can't find the invisible key. I like mime, though.
Do you?
I actually went to see a kind of mime act a couple of years ago at the South Bank.
Yeah.
Who were very good. It was all to do with puppets and stuff like that.
I think you brought them on this show, didn't you? It was really good.
I didn't know. But admittedly, I did have a tiny nap in the middle.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd even paid for the tickets. And I can't help it these days. When I'm sitting down, if it's warm and it's comfortable, and a show goes on for more than about 40 minutes, I'll probably catch.
Do you also wake up a little bit wet, where you should have gone before you slept? Have you got gout? Do you suddenly scream in the middle of the night?
Hush now, listen. Sound of your career ebbing away.
I know. I should have never come on here, should I?
Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
When's he coming in?
We've lost him.
Well, you're going to a fate after this, aren't you?
David's coming at 12.
I'm trying to hold the show together. Andy's given up.
You miss your
He just takes his money. He can't believe his luck. He just put the CDs in. He's happy. I don't know what... No one's found you out yet. You're on every cable channel. You're everywhere. They're going, look, who else? Who else is doing it?
Don't blow the whistle on me.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He's got
lovely suits.
Ricky, I've got 2 years I've paid for the house. Give me that, yeah?
You've got 2 years
give me
left.
2 more years.
Okay. You see, you should do things where you get royalties, though, you see, because you have to keep turning up.
And do you earn a lot of money from The Office when it's sold on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's good.
See, I have to do it once.
And that was...
It's the gift that keeps on giving. If you write and direct it, and then,
wow.
it's... Yeah.
I think we should do something.
I don't have to do all these strange things about Japanese customs on choice. I can just wait for the rerun.
I like doing those things. OK, what are we going to play?
Johnny Cash's version of One, written by U2.
I'd really rather you didn't.
This is fantastic
Okay,
version.
I'd really
it's
rather
great.
you didn't.
It's good. We've taken over the show.
Yeah, we
down
have.
for nothing now.
I'm
Yeah.
putting the CDs in.
You're in the poor side of the
If
house.
I wasn't here, you see how long it would last before you had the plug pulled.
Is it getting better?
It is a great version, but it wasn't enhanced any by you clumsily pressing the wrong button right in the middle of it.
He went, whoops. The money he gets paid, and he thinks, oops, is all right. Imagine him working in NASA. That's what worries me about these people, that, you know, they keep an enigma around their job. But it's the same anywhere you go. It doesn't matter whether you work in a, you know, some sort of warehouse, or, you know, you're a surgeon. You probably come in, you have a bad day and make a mistake, don't you? And it's annoying, Jonathan. We strive for perfection.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to go, whoops.
No, what as if we got up one day and went, whoops?
In the middle of a live show, went, whoops.
Yeah, yeah.
That's no good.
People would die.
Oh, come in here.
Lives would be lost, children would cry.
Yeah.
And yet we've got a bloke there who's essentially his job is to lift up a couple of faders and press a button occasionally, and he can't do it in the right sequence.
Yeah. He went, it's not easy. It is easy.
Yeah.
Oh, looking at you two.
You try and build some mystique around, that's the problem. We've got David Bowie on the show in the final hour, ladies and gentlemen. We couldn't be happy about that. Let's hope we still have some time to get to him, though, when he gets in. It'd be terrible if we forgot, wouldn't it? We're all excited about it, and we started chatting, and then suddenly it's 5 to 1. I went, oh my God, he's been outside.
You said, sorry, we had Ricky Gervais in.
He'd be sitting out there, because you know he brings his knitting with him when he comes to shows like this.
Really?
He'd be out there, you know, drop one, slip two, whatever it's called. He's making a little, Spanish
drop
dress
one,
lady.
slip two, something else.
He's making a toilet roll cover. I have a little Spanish dress lady at the moment. He was doing it in the...
Anyway, you're going to this fate. Why don't you talk
right, after
to the
show.
people, as opposed to whittering and dribbling on?
Oh, for a second, I forgot who you were. I thought you was Reg Farney. Hi, you, Butler.
Oh, get that bus out.
We should bring that back.
Arthur. Me as Jack, you as Jack, me
I'd
as
be
Reg.
Randy Jack, the conductor.
Pauline Quirk as, what's her name? Olive.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Who'd play, Arthur?
Arthur could be...
John Junkin.
No, Brian Eno.
Brian Eno, that would
Stir
be
it up
good,
a bit.
wouldn't it?
Put a little bit of esoterical stuff into the mix. Is that actually a word? I don't believe it is. After the show, what a packed day I've got today. I'm doing a radio show this morning.
Yeah.
After this evening, I'm DJing at Meltdown for David Bowie.
Aren't you sick of the sight of him?
He's going to be sick of the sight of me by Sunday, isn't he? Already he's saying, please, keep him away from me. I heard him say to Coco's assistant and get him out of the room.
Yeah.
You thought I didn't hear that. I was shouting. Anyway, David, and then on your fourth album, I remember on the third track, you did this thing, I can't remember, what was the noise of that? Were you hitting a... Get him out. She grabbed me by the ruff of my neck like you would a tiny puppy and threw me into the hallway.
It's because you were wearing a ruff again.
Yeah, I barely avoided Salman Rushdie.
You are turning into Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. You know that, don't you?
Don't ever say that again.
Every time I see you, you've got slightly more
I will
foppish.
strike you forcefully in the face.
It's like soon you are going to be full-blown ruffs, collars.
Much as it would break my heart to disturb those perfect features of yours, I would strike you full in the face.
You couldn't miss.
So anyway, let's talk about me. So this morning I'm doing this show. The evening I'm doing David. In the afternoon, I'm helping out on the Wacky Wire stall at the School Fate.
Just to show you that you haven't lost a human touch.
Well, it's a perfect day.
Yeah.
It's a bit of everything.
Yeah.
I'm out there, I'll be doing
the
Wacky
what?
Wire. The Wacky Wire. You know all those things you see at fairs where the thing spins around slowly and you have to get the hook thing down?
Yeah, they use it on Friends Like These regularly.
It's a really good thing.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that, because we bought one for the family.
What, to practice?
Well, essentially, yes. We were frustrated that we never won as a family.
So you win a bottle of sherry or
So I got hold of a
Madeira
theme
cake.
park. I bought one off the theme park, the Wacky Wire. I got it for my wife's birthday. I thought I'd, tie it into an event.
Brilliant.
And we practiced, and last time we went out as a family, my daughter, Betty, won the largest stuffed rabbit you've seen in your life.
That's great. What are you going to get for her next birthday? Loads of jam jars and ping pong balls.
I'm buying
You
her...
win loads of goldfish, love. Come on, let's practice as a family. Come on, honey. You're not going to win fish like that. Throw the ball.
I bought a roller coaster.
Is that? I bought a Los Angeles.
I'm just waiting for that tricky planning permission.
How rich are you now?
I'm not actually that rich.
Yeah, he's getting worried now.
I'm not actually that rich. I only own one island, and I don't consider that wealthy.
Really?
I think that's, it's just really, that's just, something to retire on.
Yeah, sure.
We've got David Baddiel here on the show as well. He's turned up to see David Bowie as well, essentially.
Hello.
But rather worryingly, he's carrying a large box with him. I've just seen the way, and I've got a horrible feeling it's going to be an embarrassing present for David.
No, I reckon it's all his CDs that he's got to sign.
Oh, look at that. He's just opened the box. It's a little doll of David Bowie that he has sewn himself.
That he's licking the salt off the back of the legs of.
Look at that. He's holding a tiny Pierrot doll of Bowie that he's made himself. And look at that. And obviously, being David, the doll looks slightly more Jewish than it should.
This isn't fair, because he can't answer back.
It's a Pierrot doll wearing a yarmulke.
This is cruelty. He can't answer back.
We'll have him in a minute. What are we going to play? It's the track I dug out. Oh, yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Here we go. If you like the music that begins with the heavy rock and roll sound of the 70s...
Sure.
...then I think you'll like this by the White Stripes.
Go on.
Dear Jonathan and Andy, could you mention our wedding? We're actually getting married on the 21st of September, but we're massive Bowie fans, so it'd be brilliant if you could get David to read it out. Oh, yeah. He's in here for now. I'm going to say, you couldn't do some requests, could you, Dave? Yes, happy... what am I doing now? Who's that meant to be?
No.
Happy marriage to you.
Keep going. Come on.
Anyway, there's some people there. That's Jonathan and Alison are getting married in September, and they'd like the David Bowie to wish them well, and it's not going to happen. But anyway... and there was another one here somewhere. Where's it gone? Here we are. Please send lots of luck to James Lewis and Hattie Stumpf. Her second name, according to this, is spelled S-Z-T-U-M-P-F.
Cool, the vicar's going to have trouble there.
Wasn't that a band signed to Art of Noise? Stumpf. Stumpf. They were produced by the bloke who did Buggles. I'm sure Stumpf.
Perhaps she's just part of the band.
They're getting married in Ealing on Saturday. He said, I'm trying my best to play their favourite tunes from the Hit Parade. This is Martin Coco, I guess he's DJing for them. Would you play one too? David Bowie's Black Country Rock. That's a good idea. Let's dig that out.
All right, we'll play that.
I've got it here somewhere.
Okay.
Which album was it on?
I don't know.
Was it on Man Who Sold the...
yes, it was.
Man Who Sold the Thingy. OK, so we'll play that in a minute. And he said, hope you have a good day with Mr. Bowie. That's great. So this is for everyone getting married today and anyone who's just a fan of Scott Walker. This is Scott Walker. Which one are we going to play?
We're going to play The Girls and the Dogs, and also we've got to say it's also for John Naismith and Belinda.
Oh, yes, our friends are getting married today, aren't they? They wanted a different track, didn't they? But we listened this morning and we didn't like it.
He wanted Luca Bloom's version of Can't Help Falling in Love.
Yeah, you know what? That is just pushing your luck. OK, no, go on, let's play next.
All right, OK.
Let's play next. It's a much funnier song.
If you're getting married, obviously this isn't really for a wedding.
Oh, no, let's play Girls and the Dogs. Go on,
stop
go back.
it, will you?
Go on, let's see. Are you ready?
See, this is when it becomes difficult. Told you.
Because you have 4 extra buttons to press.
No, but it's not queuing up now, see.
My heart bleeds for you.
So you keep changing it. He doesn't want to know now.
Do you think David has this problem with Tony Visconti in the studio when he's doing Heathen?
Here we go.
Okay, this is for everyone getting married today.
Almost done it.
So you must be... You only just came back. Did you go to Korea as well? Did you go?
No, I didn't go to Korea. I didn't, because England weren't drawn to play in Korea at all.
Right.
And I think that was deliberate, because I think they were worried that, you know, that if the England fans went off on one, the Korean police force wouldn't be able to deal with it.
I've lost interest in you. David Bowie's walked in.
Oh, my goodness me.
There he is. And he's waving at you for some reason. David, no, I'm over here. I'm over here.
Very excited.
Look at that.
He's interested in you.
He wants to meet you.
Yeah.
He actually wants to meet Rob Newman. Big Rob Newman fan.
Yeah.
Just keen to speak to you just to get close to Rob.
Yeah.
Let's play some more music.
Rob could do him, actually. Rob used to do an impression of him.
Everyone can do an impression of David Bowie, just none of them are any good.
Impression.
I bet it's not as good as mine.
No, yours is brilliant.
Okay. Let's... David Bowie, he's shaking his head at me now. He's just jealous. Because I do early Bowie better than he does.
Oh, don't go there.
That's what it is.
No,
I can do Wild Eyed Child from Free Cloud. I tell you, bring a tear to your eye. Is the Wild Eyed Child from Free Cloud? I know, what is it, Wild Eyed Boy?
You got it wrong.
I've been told off. I feel chagrined. Let's have a bit more music. Shall we play some Suicide?
No.
How come everyone's reluctant to play Suicide? They were a great 80s band. They were like a New York band, Suicide. They were a great band.
Rubbish.
What's wrong with playing? What are you going to play next then?
Playing the new single from Coldplay we played last week. They're playing at Glastonbury.
Oh, right, that's...
We like this.
Yeah. Rather this than Suicide, eh?
Yeah.
You're letting us down again.
Has it started?
Yes.
Well, David Bowie is here, so really we should get rid of you now.
Okay. I'm happy to go.
But you're a big fan as well, aren't you?
Yeah, well, massive fan, yeah. Greatest genius in pop music.
You think so?
Yeah.
And when was the first time you were aware of him? What was the first album you had, or the first single that you noticed? When did he first appear on your radar?
Well, I saw David in 1978 at Earl's Court on the Heroes tour, where he did Heroes.
Wow.
And then did mainly Ziggy Stardust in the second half.
Wow.
I think the first album I bought was Diamond Dogs, and then I bought the entire back catalogue, and then every album since.
They kind of... When was that? 70... Heroes wasn't out until...
Heroes was 78.
Was it? Right.
Yeah. Is that right?
I thought it was later than that. He's
Heroes, it's 78.
He's holding up Heathen.
Yeah.
He's more keen on that.
Yeah, well, no, he's come to plug it.
But you've, not really, I don't think. You know why he's come along?
Because he loves you.
Yeah.
You're his new best friend, you keep thinking, don't you?
Yeah.
He's holding upside down. He's moving in with me.
Have you told him about the flat at the
I've
bottom of
set
the
up a
garden?
flat at the end of the garden for David, and he's moving in.
For his retirement?
Yeah. Well, it's not retirement. It's like, unfortunately, I've had a word with officials. We're holding the passport. And he's going to be doing a bit of au pairing. And apparently he's cool with that. No, he's cool with that.
How's Merlin?
It's the new look, Dave. You know, he's back in touch with reality, and he's going to be helping out with the baby.
How's Merlin?
No, the cat. Here's a sad thing.
Is he...
Because this week you'd think would be one of the greatest weeks ever for me, because I'm meeting my all-time hero.
Yeah.
Okay? And I was very excited about it, and doing the interview on TV and everything. And then this week, Wednesday morning, the cat was knocked over.
Yeah.
And bad,
All right.
severely.
Yeah, I know.
But he's going to survive.
He's going to survive.
He's a tough little fella. He's pulling through.
Yeah.
He had his throat was torn, the back of his mouth, his palate was split open.
Yeah, I heard he's losing an eye.
He might lose an eye.
Eye patch, though, would look good on him, I think.
He would, yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna... It's more of a fashion thing than actually necessary. I just thought, while you're in here, let's do some cosmetic work on
You
it.
should care about this cat, for listeners who don't know. It's an incredible cat, your cat. It looks like a tiny leopard. Doesn't It's not just like an ordinary cat.
He's a breed called a Bengal.
Yeah,
And
it cost you like £5 as well.
It cost me £27,000. Okay? No, he wasn't that expensive. But he is just a fabulous... He's a member of the family.
No, he's lovely, Merlin. And the biggest bollocks I've ever seen on a cat.
Yeah.
What?
And you know, when David Baddiel says that, you know he's made studies. Because he's gone around looking at them. I mean, I've seen him. You know, there was a period when you even pretended to be a vet.
Yeah.
Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Just so he could get closer. There is something about cats' testicles which
Well,
are
some
more
people-
attractive than human ones, I
Well,
think.
some people say they can't tell the difference between male and female cats, but your cat completely belies that.
Yeah.
Because your cat is bust to go now. Or he was, before the accident.
He's hung like a tiger, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he was so
Looks like a
popular with the
leopard,
local
hung like a
lady
tiger.
cats.
Yeah. Well, that's what he was out doing.
They're in mourning. There's about 30 of them sitting outside. They've got little black armbands on. Meow. Is he home yet? Meow. I tell you, it's all I can do to keep up. I'm stepping in for him at the moment.
But you want a cat
Is that legal?
no, I don't think it
I
is.
think probably not.
Yeah. You want to breed him, though?
I
Well,
can't.
that's a
We've
fortune.
had him done.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have to
that
have
was a
cats
mistake.
done. Otherwise they're like Mick Jagger. They just go around spreading their seed everywhere. You have to.
Sir Mick Jagger.
When is someone going to put a rubber band around his thing, eh? Come
I
on.
thought
We
the
could
Queen-
geld him.
Yeah.
You should geld him. You would think by now that the parents of young women would have banded together, got hold of Tony Blair and said, let's do something
I
about
think
this.
the Queen could have done it the other day when he went in for the knighthood. Using the sword.
Brought
She
the
could have,
sword down,
She
yeah.
could have knocked up a quick.
Do you think she gave him a knighthood because, you know, I'm the last one left you haven't done, Mick? Come on.
Come in this room.
Yeah.
Come on, Mick.
Could be.
I'm right here. We shut the door. No one need know. I tell you what, I'll throw in a
I heard it
CVE.
was Prince Charles. I heard it was Prince Charles who gave him the knighthood. Or was that Bobby Robson? Bobby Robson. You know Bobby Robson is?
He's a football man.
Yeah, he got a knighthood as well. But
he?
I heard that Prince Charles had actually wielded the sword.
I don't know.
I thought only the Queen could do it.
Charles doesn't wield a sword. He has a lightsaber. He's a big Star Wars fan. He's been practicing for years.
Yeah.
Apparently that's why the Queen won't let him take the throne. His
Yeah.
first move is going to be out with the old style Beefeater look,
Yeah.
in with the Imperial Star Trooper helmet.
The big Darth Vader helmet.
Or walking around.
Yeah, and a funny breathing.
Arise, Sir Yoda. Knighted am I. Let's play some more music because
Okay.
essentially that's really what we're here for.
Yeah.
Because we love the music.
Yeah.
Let's play. You know, David's in. Let's play some Little Richard for David.
I thought you were playing this.
Which one are we
No.
playing? Oh yeah, on the new album Heathen, okay, which is a terrific album.
Yeah, it is,
You
yeah.
agree? We all
Yeah,
agree.
it's
It's a
great.
fabulous album. There's some great tracks on. There were two cover versions on it. One is a Pixies song, a Frank Black song, which is fabulous song, Cactus.
Yeah.
The other is by the legendary Stardust Cowboy. Okay, and he's a guy who I know David's been kind of aware of. I don't know whether he's actually a fan of, but he's admired his presence. Is probably the best way of putting it. And he's covered, what's it, is it Took
I
a
took a
Trip?
trip on a Gemini spaceship.
Okay, so I tracked down the original, because I'd never heard the original, and I cannot, for the life of me, work out how Mr. Bowie got from the original to his version, because, man, that's quite a leap. We're going to play a little bit of the original for you now, and frankly, a little is all you're going to want, and then we're going to go into the version from the album, so here we go.
I took a trip in a Gemini spacecraft, and I thought about you. I passed through the shadow of Jupiter, and I thought about you.
That's great. I'm going to be playing that all summer.
Oh, yeah?
No doubt about it, yeah. Not just that track, the whole album. Because Slip Away we played earlier was great. And you guys have listened to the album now as well, and you're both fans, aren't you? You're both... We've got Ricky Gervais back in with us, by the way.
Yeah, we're having to share a microphone.
Oh, you're
so precious,
what
Do you know what I mean?
Do you mind me saying this? You're turning into a bit of a tosser.
Well, I don't
Having
know.
to share a microphone.
Well, Gervais for me, he's a new comic.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
new on the scene. I think he should be.
He wasn't happy that he was on first and you were on second.
He's a weavist, that's what he is.
Yeah.
I can't believe
You're a
I'm in
parvenu.
I can't believe I'm in the same room as David Baddiel. To be honest.
So you didn't want to meet Bowie today, you came out to meet David
Of course I
Baddiel.
did. Oh, he's out there now. Now he knows. This is terrible. I've admired your work for many years.
Have you brought a little doll of me?
Yeah.
A little non-Jewish.
I have actually bought a present for David Bowie in.
Have you?
Yeah.
What have you brought?
You're such a creep, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Genuinely, I'm just trying to cheer him up.
Why isn't he cheering up?
I'll tell you what, talk about biting the hand that feeds you, he should shut up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you've pushed it too far. You're not coming back.
Separate microphone, you can cut him off now.
Guys, everyone's a bit nervous.
I'm not coming back.
Just calm down.
Too right, mate.
What's your present?
Make the most of this.
I bought, for David, I hope you like it, I bought a copy of Junji Ito's new horror manga from Japan.
It's brilliant.
Uzumaki,
He won't
which
like
is
that.
fantastic.
He'll pretend
He'll love that, won't he?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Why don't you just buy him something that he would like?
Yeah.
Like what? What would you suggest then?
Well, a proper gift on some Japanese...
Okay, no, hold on a second.
Some chocolates.
What's your proper gift idea?
I think...
This is great because we've got the horse's mouth here. So here, tell us.
Don't call him a horse's mouth. That's a horrible thing to call
I
someone.
know.
I know he's getting on, but he doesn't look like a horse's mouth.
He's twisting my words, David. He's twisting
What would
my
you get then?
words.
CD, collection of the 60s.
That's rubbish.
Okay, your turn. Go on,
is
go on,
rubbish.
What would you get him? Come on.
I would get him the complete...
Wait, no, you've done it.
If
No,
you
you've
were to
got
get a
it.
CD,
No,
not the
you've
60s.
committed yourself. You're getting those stupid books.
I'm not stupid. What would you get?
A spaceship.
David.
I'll get a spaceship.
A space hopper or a spaceship?
No, spaceship.
A spaceship.
Yeah.
Where are you going to get a spaceship? This isn't in the realms of fantasy. Sure, I say, yeah, I'll buy Mars.
Yeah, come on.
Then we'll find out if there's any life there.
I'll get
How
him,
about that?
I'll get him peace in the world. Yeah, that's what I'd give him. Peace in the world.
I'll get him a magic wand, so no child will ever cry again.
Yeah, exactly.
I think something relates to his a little drummer boy.
What? He's get him a little drummer boy.
I'd get him some...
I think David had a few drummer boys back in the 70s.
He's had time to think.
I've told you, don't bring that up. Don't bring up Ziggy Stardust, and don't say I do impressions of him. I'd get him some French roast coffee from Starbucks.
That's nice.
We've got to play this track.
I think that is the best gift.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
I imagine you must have worked with just about everyone you've wanted to, haven't you, who was still alive and still available.
Not really. I would have liked to have worked somehow or other. I don't know how it would have worked. Maybe written for him or something. Little Richard. It would have been wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't think he's too well at the moment. I mean, he had that car accident, didn't he, a couple of years ago.
You must have met him, though, have you?
Yeah, I met him. I met him once in the early 90s, believe it or not. That long it took to actually meet him. And I was flabbergasted that he's got the same eye problem as I have.
That's remarkable.
I never knew that, and he was my ultimate hero, and he turned around and looked at me, both our left eyes, same eye as well, and enlarged pupils, and absolutely extraordinary.
I know you've told this story, but I've heard different rumours or different stories as to how that eye is out. One, I heard it was genetic, then I heard there was a playground fight, and the third thing I heard was that the drummer of Paper Lace got angry with you for having a similar haircut, and he took a swing at you, and I don't know which one's true.
Yeah, that last one is...
Do you remember Paper Lace?
Absolutely out of the guess. Unfortunately. It was, in fact, B. The middle.
So it was a boy in the playground, it was a...
Yeah, I kind of started going out with his girlfriend, and like a very stupid thing to do, and something as dumb as that.
Yeah.
So he whacked me one in the playground, quite rightly, I think.
Wow. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
That really was. I was a child when that first came out. You were a little bit older. Do you remember when Pet Sounds came out?
I was about 30.
And did you get a copy? No, you can't have been.
Oh, no, you're right.
It was
no,
like 67. You were about
18.
20 or something like that. 18,
20?
yeah. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, you were 20.
What year did it come out?
I think it was it 67?
No, 65.
65.
It was earlier than 67.
Let's have a look. We're going through the book now.
Hang on, you keep going.
But was it one of those moments? I mean, was it an album that you knew was different, and did it affect you?
Oh, just it uplifted me and broke my heart at the same time. I mean, it really sort of put a whole real hard, dark line around the idea of love. I mean, it was the most romantic album I think I'd ever heard at the time.
And do you listen to music from that period?
And lonely,
still?
so lonely, and that train on it. It was. It also felt incredibly American. It summed up everything, the good stuff I wanted to see about America. All the Jack Kerouac kind of stuff as well was in there.
66.
66 was it?
Yeah.
Do you still enjoy the idea of
that was
American
the year,
outsider stuff?
Yeah. That's it was about that time that I met Hermione Farthingale,
Here we are.
whose real name was Hermione Dennis, actually, and I think she came from what's that place? Place that Mark wrote about? Something on waters. Saffron.
Mark Bolan we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What did he write about? Can I
Some
mention? I was
town,
never a huge Bolan fan, particularly.
Well.
Never really got into it.
Henley was saying. Someone saying about
Henley.
No, Henley will do.
She came from somewhere quite nice. She was very middle class when she had quite a well-off family.
Absolutely, yeah, and all that. And I fell hook, line and sinker for her. And I think that album became the soundtrack to her.
So what happened with that relationship? How did that end?
She ran off with another dancer, bloke.
It's almost impossible to
She
imagine you
met on
being...
doing a movie
David-
called Song of Norway.
But it's almost
I was
impossible
so
to imagine
pleased
you
it
being
really
chucked.
bombed.
Did she say, David, it's not
Do you know,
working out?
there was a guy on one of my tours. This is the strangest thing, a year or two ago, and he was wearing the T-shirt. Song of Norway. He had no idea. He was an American guy. I said, where did you get that T-shirt? He said, I don't know. I said, do you know what that is? He said, no. I said, can I buy it off you? He said, no, you have it. You know, and he gave me the T-shirt.
And when do you wear it?
I don't. I've lost it now.
You wanted to destroy all evidence.
That's probably right.
Did you, and that must, I imagine that she was the big love of your life at that
At that time, yeah. I mean, you know, you're 19 years old. Anyone, the first girl that you kind of end up in bed with, I think, is like the one that, oh, this is true love.
And how long did it take you to get over that?
It actually took me quite a long time. It wasn't an easy one to get over, a couple of years.
The period with Angie is a period which has been written about a lot.
We're not talking about that.
Are we not?
No.
I only wanted to ask about when you used to
Why
go...
on earth would I want to, talk about one of the worst periods of my life? What possible interest would I find in that?
David Baddiel made me ask you. I didn't want to ask you.
I wanted to hear about Song of Norway.
No, I don't want to ask about Angie. Well, who mentioned Angie?
I don't know what kind of show Song of Norway was.
I don't even know anyone called Angie.
I tell you what it was Peer Gynt Suite and all that. It was him.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Well, he's responsible then. Grieg.
Yeah, Grieg. It was the Grieg life story, a biopic.
We don't play a lot of Grieg on Radio 2. I was only curious because going out to clubs at that period, the way you looked was so extraordinary. I mean, the way you looked, I don't know about her, but, the hair, the makeup, the clothes, everything struck me as being kind of otherworldly. I remember the first time I saw you on Top of the Pops was, you were doing Gene Genie, and I was scared that you and Mick Ronson were going to come and take me away. Now, I don't know if that was a desired effect.
I didn't hear you. What
all right, he's
what
not
are you
going to be...
talking
He
about?
doesn't want to talk about
waffling
Angie.
on about the early 70s.
Because it's
Come on,
Have you seen
Jonathan.
Velvet Goldmine, David?
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
I thought the sex scenes were good, but I thought the rest of it was utter garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was
You know?
rubbish.
I
He
think it's
understands
interesting.
gay stuff.
Exactly. I just thought
But the
it's a
rest
gay
of it
film.
was like
It's a gay
the
film.
narrative was not there, and there was no character development, and it got lost about halfway through. I couldn't. I thought, where are we now? I'm lost with this journalist and all that.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
a real opportunity missed, I think.
Yeah, pretty. There's a lot of it was pretty looking.
But you were asked to be involved in that early on, weren't you?
They wanted to use my tracks in the thing.
Velvet
yeah.
Goldmine itself, of course, yeah. And you didn't want... You decided not to get involved.
Well, at that time, I was seriously considering doing Ziggy Stardust as a project myself. It was weird, because I started working on it with a couple of writers, and there was a point where they said, why do you want to do this? And I said, well, because I've always said I was going to, and I really think it's time for me to, come to grips with it. They said, but don't you think, by writing it up as a complete piece, however good it is, it's going to tie up all the loose ends of how people really imagine Ziggy was and his world, and they've got people have their own real idea of who he was and all that. And aren't you kind of, making him smaller by doing that?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, you're right, it is.
think-
It became an abandoned project.
So we're here with David Bowie. Listen to Radio 288 to 91 FM, of course. David's new album, Heathen, is out right now. We'll probably play one final track at the end of the show. He's performing here tonight. Try and catch him in Manchester if you can't tonight. I'm sure he'll be back in the near future, if not. I mean, how often do you like to perform in a given year? How much time do you like to spend on stage?
I kind of, prioritise it by what I'm doing, my kind of domestic life, what the family's doing.
Yeah.
And I'm really working that way these days.
It's the sensible way to be.
Yeah, I have to, because my family do come first.
Are you more aware now of the limited time you have left on the planet? I mean, in the way that as one grows older, I guess you do become, but is that...
Somebody sent me a diary with a date in that, so I, quite aware.
But I mean, in terms of, the amount of time you have to do the things you want to do, insofar as...
That's why you prioritise, exactly, and think, well, what is it I really, really want more than anything else? And it's kind of keeping my family together, being with my friends and that sort of thing.
You seem very relaxed these days, which is a nice thing. When you were setting up, when you were rehearsing at the studio the other day for the BBC One thing we've done together, I noticed that you didn't seem tense. The band were making changes, and at one stage I heard you say, "No, we need a sound there, something jangly. We'll try the guitar." And I thought that's such a relaxed way to be about such an important performance. And is that just experience, or is that you wishing to allow people to have their input into? What is that allows you to have that much, give them that much freedom?
I think. Unless something's really life-threatening, it shouldn't really bother you too much, Nothing's that important.
That's nice. I like to hear that. You could learn from that, Andy.
What are you looking at me for?
Well, next time you're pressing the button wrong and you get...
I'll tell you what is important. I'll tell you what is important. New music. And there's this band. You'll only want to hear 30 seconds.
And who is this?
They're called Lightning Bolt. They're from New York.
So a New York band.
It's just a guitar player and a drummer. I think they're terrific.
So are you a regular fixture on the New York kind of experimental music scene? Do you pop up watching bands?
No, but I keep my hand in.
Let's have a listen to that.
The drummer will be in a minute.
You know what? This is lovely.
Yeah.
I wish I'd heard this years ago. This could have been my wife's special tune. Me and her.
You only have to hear this once. You can't get that tune out of your mind. I guarantee you'll be whistling that in the bathroom.
Catchy.
Here's the drummer.
Here we go. Fabulous, isn't it?
You know what? I'm glad we played it first because Ken Booter won. This is his record of the week.
There you go, Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Get one now.
David Bowie has to leave any second now. He's off to rehearse for the show this evening. It's going to be on the South Bank Festival Hall. So you're going to be doing all of Low. When you say all of Low, you mean all the tracks on what were the B-side when it came out on vinyl as well?
Yeah, with all the instrumentals and
Art Decade and Weeping Wall and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow!
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep, it's fun.
And
I even play
that
harmonica on New Career in a New Town.
And that muffled drum beat sound, that kind of overdubbed drum beat that was such a distinctive quality of the album, how do you recreate that live?
I put a scarf around the drummer's mouth.
That'll do it. David Bowie is about to leave. David Baddiel, do you have a final question for David?
Yeah, when you were going to do the film of Ziggy Stardust,
yeah,
who was going to play Ziggy?
I was thinking
I'll
of...
do it, if you want.
Yeah, no... Okay, well, I mean, I can say that quite safely now, as there's no absolutely no chance it's going to be made.
You know what, I would like to see that.
Damn good idea, David. You've got the role.
You've still got the costumes. I'm happy to put them on. Try them on.
You know what, I don't know, you'd have to shave the beard off before you put that makeup on, though, David.
No, Ziggy with the beard, I think that's how he was going to end. Could become a recluse and try and stand up comedy.
And sometimes when you see David live, it is like a recluse up there. There's definitely a hermit quality about you.
Yeah.
David, it's genuinely been such a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, I've enjoyed both our experiences
thank you
together,
very much.
Jonathan.
I'm really pleased.
It's been great.
I'm looking forward tremendously tonight. I'm sure all your fans are and all the people who
we're having a bit of a disco afterwards, right?
Yeah, I've got some music selected.
So, let me quickly see that.
There's some of the stuff I put together for you. See what you think of that.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Kraftwerk.
Uncontrollable urge.
What do you think? Kraftwerk, Public Enemy, Jean-Michel Jarre.
This is great. Yeah.
War, Lowrider.
Wow.
And a friend of mine, Adam Buxton from Adam and Joe, he helped me put these together. So
and Jonathan Richman.
Oh, do you like Jonathan Richman?
Love him.
Fantastic. David, we could talk all day. I'm sure we'd enjoy that more than you. You have to get off. Thank you for coming in. This is, we're going to play another track from
Low.
Oh, yeah, OK, let's play from Low to get you in the mood for tonight. This is, from Low, track 9, Art Decade. David, thank you.
Thanks.
It's all right, it's gone now, we can take it off.
Oh, blimey. Fantastic.
I love that album, but can you believe we just inflicted that on the radio to audience?
Well, you did a New Career in a New Town last week, didn't you?
That's more sort of...
Is that all upbeat?
Yeah, I love that, but you've got to be in the mood for it. So David Bowie's going to be performing live tonight. I hope you've enjoyed listening to him here on the show. Obviously, it's a huge high point for me. And for you, I think, David.
I was very, very excited.
And you, Andy?
It was great,
yes, indeed.
He was great, wasn't he?
I told you not to mention Angie. I'm so angry
I'm sorry about
you
that.
asked that question.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Furious.
Yeah.
But
you've got her on next week, haven't you?
No, we've got Mick.
Give her side of the story.
I don't think we want to hear that. We've got Mick Wack on next week, which is great, because he took the classic pictures around the Ziggy period and the Aladdin Sane period, as well as many other people. David, you're going to be coming to the gig tonight as well?
I am. You're going to be DJing.
I am.
You are, yeah. Are you going to be shouting at the audience to big up and...
I'm going to get them to wave their arms in the right time and stuff like that, and be giving out bananas at one stage.
Really?
Inflatable bananas. I'm going to try and get a kind of holiday camp feel.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure. You can help me here.
Yeah.
Should I start with I Viva España, or should we go with the more traditional lambada?
I think anything by Black Lace you should start with.
I might start with Agadoo.
Yeah, start with Agadoo.
Listen, I'm going to be on at 6:30. No one's going to be there. It doesn't really matter what I start with, does it?
The Dandy Warhols will join in if you do Agadoo.
They sound like they're wild men.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
David Bowie, did he meet your expectations?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Friendly?
Well, I was a bit frightened, obviously, as were you, I thought, but you settled into it eventually. Because you were frightened at first.
I didn't ask for a critique of my performance. I don't seem to recall the moment I asked you to sum up my performance. I was asking whether you enjoyed it.
We're mates. I feel I can comment.
People come on this show and they seem to think I'm interested in what they have to say. And they're labouring under a massive misconception.
Yeah, all right. No, I thought it was great.
What time do we have? Should we play a track
We
now?
should play it and end. Yeah, you want to end on a track?
We're going to end the show now. I hope you enjoyed the programme. Next week on the show we have Mick Rock. I think we have some other people as well. I'm not quite sure who's on, but it's a good lineup, I'm sure. I hope you enjoyed the programme today. I certainly did. It was basically, I think, when we started doing this for Radio 2, this was basically why we started doing the show.
Yeah.
Hoping one day we get David Bowie. So we won't be back.
No, that's it.
No.
There's no need
Thanks for
now, is there?
No.
Yeah, so next
Lawrence Llewellyn Bound's going to be interviewing Mick Rock.
Wouldn't that be great?
Next
Why
week
hasn't Lawrence got his own radio show?
He should have his own radio show. It'd
Next
be
week
great.
is-
You know why? Because he dresses for TV all the time.
Yeah.
Timmy Mallet making a return next week.
No. Who is on next week?
I can't remember.
Oh, of course, why would you know? You only claim to produce the show. Who we got?
Who have we got next week?
See, David Bowie comes on, you don't care. You don't even know who's on next week.
Well,
David Bowie's blown out all other guests.
It's Mick Rock the week after next.
Ah, well, it doesn't matter. Next week we got 3
It's going to have to be
people.
me and
Yeah.
Gervais again, isn't it?
No. Once bitten, twice shy.
Fair enough.
Thank you very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you can come and see us in Bowie tonight, if you've got tickets, it'd be great to see you there. If not, well, tough. 88 to 91. Oh, this is it for me then.